just about slowing your breath down so the rest of the exercises are then done at the same pace. Okay, so this one, I'm going to start with bent knees. The in-breath lasts all the way up to standing on the balls of your foot. Hold the breath as you turn your hands, and then slowly come down onto the heels, and then further down into the bent knees. So that's in-breath, and out-breath. Just one more. In-breath, and out-breath. So, having got that sort of pace, if you do that quite a few times, you can then move on to the more dynamic exercises. They're still done in the same way. This is called opening the fan. So we sink, just touch the fingers together, halfway up the body. We turn the palms to the sky or ceiling. Hold the breath as you turn to the side, and the hands come down front and back. And at about hip height, start turning around again to the front. So that's in-breath, hold, and out-breath. And it's quite nice just to picture in your mind's eye the breath as a kind of steam or mist or vapor. And then picture in your mind's eye that steam, that vapor traveling up from the soles of the feet, up the leg, stomach, chest, and then up and out at the very top of the head, as if you've got a breathing hole at the top of the head. Just one more. In-breath, and out-breath. Now it's important to keep your stance steady. Even though you turn the top of your body, we still want the stance to be centered. Don't lean over one leg or the other. Okay? So we're now changing stance with, if you're following this whilst looking at me at the screen, that's your right leg, okay? It's my left, but it's your right. And we start pushing the hands out as if shutting a door, which is the name of this exercise. We just turn the hands, bringing the weight back over a bent back knee, turning, breathing out as we come over a bent front knee. So that's back, breathing in, forward, breathing out. Again, hopefully you've slowed your breath, and now the idea is to synchronize the length of the movement with the length of your in-breath coming back and your out-breath going forward. Okay, so obviously you change leg and do the same, and roughly 10 on one leg, 10 on the other. Going back into this stance now for a rather different sort of set of exercises, and we need the imagination to make us think that we're pushing against resistance. You can actually sort of tense your arms a bit to help you imagine that idea. So we're breathing in just by embracing breath into the chest, and then we're breathing out as we sink, as if pushing forward, pushing a heavy object, or I tend to think of sort of industrial steel springs that I'm trying to compress. Okay, so 4 or 5 straight in front of you like this, and then breathing in is always going to be the same as this action here, and then pressing down just below your thighs. And to occupy the mind, just let your awareness move into the body, noticing what is tensing or would be tensing if you were actually doing this. I always put my gaze at 45 degrees down, just so I'm not distracted by looking at anything in particular. So this one, of course, is pushing either side, pushing all the way through the out breath, because if you were really straining yourself, it would be slow, wouldn't it? Effort. Okay, 2 difficult ones to finish. Turning to the side, imagining a flat object, and you're pushing as you sink. Again, trying to keep the stance central, your weight coming down in the middle. Breathing in to the front, breathing out to the side. And finally, we try and take 2 different directions of resistance. So breathing in the same way, and then your left hand is going to push diagonally, your right hand pressing down. And then the other side. Again, just 4 or 5 of these. But we're imagining the effort, and even sort of tensing the hands slightly as you do so. Okay, some semicircles and circles. So again, 1 foot in front of the other. Remember that back foot needs to turn off slightly so that you can bend your knee to the side. And we're going to start this one with the weight back, hands high on the rib cage, and the hands are going to go behind us, sweeping forward at about forehead height, turning the palms and coming back. In breath, coming back. Out breath, going forward. And again, to occupy the mind, we're imagining, seeing, in inverted commas, those fingertips drawing in the air. So 2 semicircles and 2 straight lines, and try and follow them even when they're out of your peripheral vision. Here you can actually see them, but imagine where they are when they're behind you, way out to the side, and then eventually coming into view. Okay, so if you've done about 10 of those, we can then change it. Now, your arms will start to wake after a while, so perhaps just do 6 or so of these. An in breath, an out breath. Crossing over and then separating. And again, in your mind's eye, see 2 circles being drawn by your fingertips, 1 in front of each shoulder, and they intersect right in front of you. Okay. And when you've done 6 or so of those, go round those same circles, but in the opposite direction. Intersecting in front of you again, then going wide, and then coming forward. So 6 or 8 of each of these. So that's 3 exercises in there. And then change legs and do the 3D the other way. Spiraling, okay? Some spiraling action. So again, we start with our weight back, palm high, and try and imagine you're holding a tray of drinks. This arm is just doing nothing. And as you come forward, let that hand spiral round and turning your chest and shoulders to your right hip. Then follow the same path as you come back. And it often is the case that you're breathing out as you're coming forward and you're twisting your tummy, breathing in as you're coming back and stretching the chest. Okay, I'll just do 1 more, but you can do about 10 or 15 of these and then change to do the other foot. A more dynamic version, spiraling still, your right leg forward if you're facing me, your right hand making a horizontal, your left hand making a vertical. So from the side it would look like that. Imagine you've made a window frame and you're peeping through the top right hand corner of it. Okay? And that's the finishing position. Everything else then goes terribly relaxed, way behind you, and then coming again into that position. In breath, whilst relax, out breath as you come to the right angle. It's called gathering the wave. The undertow, the cresting of the wave, and finally the crashing of the wave. A lot of core in the lower stomach and lower back. Again, 10, and then the other side. To contrast the circling and spiraling, left arm palm up, right forearm palm down, and we're just going to stretch the legs and breathe in as we stretch, come back to this position, and then stretch the other side. Okay, straightening one leg, bending the other. The low hand goes to the low position, and the low position in the center always goes to the high position at the side. And again, just feeling your way, feeling the arms, so that you make in your mind's eye a straight line diagonal. So think about the angle, not just at the high hand, but this low arm as well. 10, 15 of those. Next one, we're standing again in horse stance, and we're going to go out at 45 degrees with the left hand first. It's called dragon displays its claws, and you'll see why. Because we open the hand as we bring the weight over the right knee, facing down, then stretching, fingers to the side, make a circle, and then come back. Now you can breathe naturally whilst doing this, or you can try breathing with it. So in breath coming back, out breath going. Out, hold the out breath, so holding no air in until you come back. You might find that's quite hard to breathe in that way, in which case just breathe naturally. Okay. Now, another 3 exercises, all about balance. So what we do is pretend there's a piece of string that stays the same length from your palm to your knee. We've got a bit of uneven ground here. So just do a few to get used to it, okay? Coordinating your hand and your knee. And then, if you can, try doing it at the pace of the in-breath, the out-breath. The in-breath and the out-breath. So it slows down to match your slow breathing. Slightly more advanced is to bring your fingertips up under your chin and breathe in as the same side as the knee points forward and the other hand just points to the side. And again, just do a few to get used to it, and then see if you can do it rising on the in-breath and lowering on the out-breath. It helps to look at a spot on the floor, focus your eyes on that, helps with the balance. And the final one, and again you do about, I don't know, 8, 10, whatever you feel like, but the final one, as you lift that left knee, your left hand goes palm to ceiling or sky, swapping hands, swapping knees. And again, doing a few at a, an ordinary pace, and then trying the in-breath and the out-breath. Don't worry about wobbles, that's actually sort of making the muscles around the knee stronger. Okay? And then the final two are more meditation. Go back to the idea of the hole in the head and the hole at the soles of the feet, but we're going the other way. It's called drawing down the heavens. So, as we breathe in, picture the breath, that steam coming down the top of the head, through the brain, down the throat and into the chest. And then in front of the descending hands, as you breathe out, imagining it then diffusing down through your body, the stomach now, then the legs, knees, shins, soles of the feet, and deeper into the ground. So in breath, down from the top of the head into the chest, and then going down inside your body, imagining it as a vapor. It can pass between all your sinews and tissues, pass through your bones, even passing through your cells, cleansing, healing, and strengthening. And the final one I call the water wheel. Again, with one foot in front, the other turned off behind. Dangle your hands with a slope on your back, a nice straight line from the foot through the leg, spine, and your hands will dangle somewhere in line with your knee. And imagine your two hands either side of a water wheel that's turning towards you and coming down close. And then underwater again, rising up on the in-breath and then the out-breath. And what we do here for concentration is just focus in on listening and noticing the sound and sensation of the breath in your nostrils, the in-breath and the out-breath. Keeping slowing down, you'll notice a little pause, a moment of stillness in the nostrils at the top and at the bottom, between the in-breath and the out-breath, and at the bottom between the out-breath and the new in-breath. Just let your hands relax, your arms relax. And after you've done 10 or 15 of those, change legs, exactly the same, but you're working complementary muscles in your legs. It's meant to be calming, it's meant to be soothing, so do as many as you want to. Okay, I hope that's helpful for you, Shirin, and your dad, okay? Bye for now. Thank you.